Hey, it's Andreas. I've been investing for over 10 years, and in this video let's take a close look down on memory lane. I'm making this video since I've seen some comments when there's been a lot of volatility and people are worried about stock price. And when you're a lot worried about swings, 8% up, 8% down, 5%, it can feel very bad to lose money in the short term. And then it's very important to zoom out and look at the long-term perspective, because the stock market has a proven track record of making a lot of millionaires. So what you see on screen right now is a screenshot of my Swedish growth portfolio back in 2020. It was in the early 2020s, and I thought I was the absolute man at the time. I'd managed to save up 300,000 Swedish, grinding away, putting away money from my day job and making some good investments as well. You can see 200k something liquid, up 18% for the year, with a lot more to come. And I thought I was the absolute man, so I took a screenshot at that time, being super happy about myself. Well, that was 4 years ago, and today that very same portfolio is somewhere above 2 million. We will do a check-in next time on a quarterly update on that one. I don't look at it that often anymore, but the thing is, it goes super quick when you start investing in the stock market and when you get on that compounding machine. Compounding, it's super difficult to explain to people. It's very difficult if you're not familiar with the math, with the exponential curve on things. And when you really understand this miracle of math, you will know that 100,000, it's not 1/10 of the way to a million, it's actually 1/3 of the way. Not very intuitive, I know, but that's why we're doing this video. You look at the screenshot of a portfolio 4 years ago, and then wow, 4 years later, 2 million something. It goes really fast and it snowballs quickly. I'm actually doing a YouTube challenge with a dividend portfolio just to start all over, to see how quickly I can take it from 0 to 100,000 euro. It's a 2-parter right now. I will make another part here on that one soon as I have time, but it's never too late to start this process, and you just gotta build a routine, you just gotta get into it. And I think it's very difficult. It's a very difficult subject because a lot of people, they don't talk about it. They don't talk about it around the dinner tables. Nobody talks about money. It's a bit taboo in society. And I'm a bit guilty of this as well. I never mention money in the workplace, trying to tell people, what to do or give some sort of input on things. And I've seen so many people like wanting to invest in a stock that they worked with, that they know functioned well, but just not daring to take the money from the savings account and get on board the compounding train. And I've seen other people who opted in on pensions and just decided to put in a decent chunk, and who decided to put in on an equity fund because they were young, going all equity. And those people, they are millionaires now just from that equity part, just from having made that active selection one single time, making that selection, deciding what funds to invest in, deciding what part of the salary to contribute, and then never making a decision again. And that's enough. But for some reason it's taboo in society, and hopefully this video motivated you to start saving, to start getting on the compounding train, to dare to make investments and to hold them over the long term. I think that it's a lot easier to show results rather than to just talk around it. So that's why we saw a screenshot from way back here 4 years ago. And you can watch some of the portfolio reviews that I put up on the channel to see how it's doing now. And I did not do anything super special on those 4 years. The only special play that I made was one options play because of a very extreme opportunity due to COVID happening in 2020, and of course having some financial knowledge, having worked in private banking and having done a business degree, then I was able to capitalize on that. I remember that Toyota had a terrible earnings call in the middle of the COVID, of course. Things were shut down. And I figured that Volvo, a Swedish car company, would have a similar story on their earnings call. So I loaded up on some puts, nothing major. I never risk a lot in options. I haven't done options trades since then. Perhaps I will do in the future, but those are very risky and gambly. But I decided to load up on a few puts there and was able to make a some nice change on that one. But other than that, just doing solid growth stocks, just investing in companies that I like, that I understand, and that's important, being able to understand the business model, how they're making money, because sometimes challenges happen and stock price can drop by maybe 10-20%, and if you don't understand the business then and understand the nature of the challenge, then it can be very tempting to just sell out, and you feel scared, you have this FOMO, this massive fear going around, and then you're gonna sell out of an investment that perhaps would have netted you a nice gain instead if you just had held on. Some examples of this, for example, Amazon in the .com bubble crashed by more than 90%, and if you would have held, well, it would have been 100 bagger more up until now from peak prices. I've had some examples like this for myself, where I bought a stock and then it went down 20%, but I've held through it and then had great results, outperforming the average market return in that case. And that's just the nature of the stock market. So I hope this video helped, because it's very difficult today as young people to look at this. When I started in 2011, stocks would mostly move by less than a percentage point a day, and today it's just swinging so much. Maybe it's with all these robots doing trading and algorithmic trading that's just putting in massive volatility in the market, but we're only humans and we're seeing these big numbers going up and down. And I think I made a video a while back when I lost 500,000 Swedish on a day, and I understand that that's not for everybody, and that's why you see people say, oh, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm just a guy on YouTube. You gotta understand your own risk tolerance. You gotta ask yourself, if I'm investing in this small cap high growth stock, would I be able to stomach a 20% drop in a single day, or would I panic and sell? Because this is something that's a bit theoretical, but bear with me on this one. Expected returns, when they are higher, they come with a lot more risk, this volatility. So remember, for last year, we did a full year review on the growth stock portfolio, and it was up 25% for the full year versus the 23% for the S&P 500, but yet my portfolio had massive swings up and down, way more volatile than the S&P 500 in that case. And as a matter of fact, the 25% then is a bit worse than the 23%, because I was not adequately rewarded for my risk, the risk that I took, in my opinion. And with the reversal to the mean, then I think that the current portfolio will see greater gains for this year, if that makes any sense. Anyway, I'm not gonna drag on too long on this video. This video was supposed to motivate you to see the process. Better to show than to tell with regards to the power of compounding, and hopefully inspire some new people to get into the stock market. So maybe if you have a friend who's looking into investments and he's super worried and not gotten off the horse yet, then perhaps send this video to him, and hopefully it will get some more people on the path to wealth. Alright, that's been it for this video, and as always, hope you guys make a ton of money, whatever investments you decide to make. Take care now, bye bye.